team in NBA history, and I have never been more right about anything in my entire life. Alright, so check it out. It's October 8th, 2022. The day after Jamal Cain and Nikola Jovic cement themselves as the greatest duo in Heat history after a meaningless preseason win versus the Grizzlies starters. But anyways, it's also been a month since I uploaded to this channel for a lot of really exciting reasons that I'll get to at the end of this video. But anyways, y'all know I hate long intros, so we're gonna get right into it and try to keep this video as quick as possible. And starting on October 19th, the Miami Heat played the Chicago Bulls. What I remember is the last time the Miami Heat had opening night versus Chicago Bulls, and this happened.
How about this move? Little crossover. Rose anticipating the screen.
My ankles hurt every time I watch that, and that's not just because I have bad ankles. But anyways, 1-0 for the Miami Heat. They ain't losing that game as they move on to the Boston Celtics just a couple days later. The fraudulent reigning Eastern Conference champions. Hashtag Max Strus was in bounds. The fraudulent defensive player of the year. But really, all I want to say is I was so jealous of Will Smith as a kid. Ime Udoka, shame on you. Miami's going 2-0. After that, we got a couple games with the Toronto Raptors. And if y'all remember, the Raptors fans hate me on this channel. And the more trash I talk about them, the more views I get. So all I'm going to say is the Raptors, man. But they're not winning both games. 1-1 for Miami. Splitting with the Raptors puts us at a record of 3-1 before we go on to a 5-game West Coast trip. I do think this will be a losing trip. Everybody's going to be freaking out. Miami's going to be 4-4. They're going to be crying.
Why is Duncan Robinson getting paid so much money to do what I'm doing right now and sitting in the bench?
Seriously, that's a real question, though. Why is he getting paid so much? But they're going to be saying,
where is Strus daddy? Why don't we have Jay Crowder?
Well, let me tell y'all something, Heat Nation. Miami is going on a 7-game homestand in which they will finish 7-0 to put their record at 11-4. Book it. I'm not gonna lie though, looking at these next 4 games is rough. I might have to go with 4 L's just to keep it real, man. If you think the Miami Heat are winning at Minnesota, where have you been the last few years? That's another L. So that drops Miami to 11-8, but the good news is
they got back-to-back home games versus Washington, win and win. Got a game at Atlanta, that's another win. That team sucks. And then they got back-to-back games at Boston. They'll probably split those, so we got 4 out of 5 in that stretch.
Moving on, we got a game at Memphis, which if the Heat G League team just beat Memphis, I don't see why the starters wouldn't. But then we got a game versus Detroit at home. Miami's losing to Detroit at home. That just is what it is. After that, we got a game versus the Clippers. If Kawhi and PG are playing, the Miami Heat will win. If those guys are out, the Miami Heat will lose. If you know, you know.
Hey, you guys.
After that, we got the San Antonio Spurs. That team is tanking for Victor. Please don't lose to that team. 2-2 over that stretch. Sitting at 17-11. I like what I'm seeing, man. All those teams suck. Add 7 games to Miami's win total. As usual, this season is going to be a roller coaster. After 7 straight wins, I see 3 straight L's. You got versus Minnesota. I've accepted it. They got versus the Lakers. We'll see them come playoff time. Or will we? Bums. At Denver, illegal error. Miami's not winning at Denver. And then they got at the Utah Jazz. Of course, that team is tanking. That's a win from Miami. Let's go 3-1 over that stretch. Another mini West Coast trip starting with both LA teams. Devin Booker's a bum. 3-0 for your Miami Heat on that stretch. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Sitting at a dominating record of 30-12. I see no slowing down for the Miami Heat. We got a game on January 8th versus the Brooklyn Nets. That team is the most fraudulent team in NBA history. I've been saying that for years now. Miami's not losing to that team. Add another win. OKC, I love their roster. That team sucks. Then we got back-to-back versus Milwaukee. I'll say Miami will split. Let's go 3-1 for the Heat over that stretch. I have a lot of wins on this paper. The Heat are definitely gonna need some L's. I'll think it'll come here. Let's say Miami goes 0-3 in those 3. Miami's gonna lose a game at Orlando this year. Damn, I just peeped. I've been recording for over 22 minutes. Shout out Jimmy Butler. So let's do speed round for these next several, starting with Denver on February 13th. Let's go ahead and say loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. With that final loss being at home versus Memphis, because I still have PTSD of when Dylan Brooks turned into Michael Jordan, and I wasted a ton of money to go to that game and just see him make me cry.
Dylan hits another 3. Holy cow.
But the reason I stopped on that game for the speed round is because the next game is in Chicago on March 18th. I will be there. Yes, sir. Your boy will be in attendance at Chicago, my first ever road game. And the Heat have a very, very good win percentage when I go to the games. So yes, although Miami did take an L, they're not gonna lose for me. Count that as a win in Chicago. And while we're at it, just add another 3 dubs, man, against 3 bum teams. And you know what, guys? Let's throw in 3 straight L's. Just because it seems like at the end of every year, the Heat go on a little bit of a losing streak just to freak everybody out. But in reality, they just don't care about regular season, man. This team is built for the playoffs, so I'll give them 3 straight L's in that stretch. And I'll have them finish 2-2 in these final 4 games with a win at Detroit, loss versus Philly, win at Washington, and then a loss versus the Orlando Magic on the last game of the year when nobody will play, and hopefully this time Jamal Cain drops 40 points a la Oladipo. And that's the last game of the season. I have no idea what I just gave them as their record. I hope it's nothing crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and tally it up real quick. Problem. I have them at 52 wins, which is, a good season, not unreasonable either. I take that. But I also have them at 32 losses, which adds up to a total of 84 games. So this list is kind of pointless. I've been recording for 27 minutes. I don't want to go on much longer, but I do want to tell y'all all the exciting stuff I've been working on since I last uploaded on this channel. If you have not been watching, I have been streaming over on the Basement Sports Network, which will be linked down below. We've been doing everything over there, man. We've been talking Heat off-season, Heat post-game streams, talking Dolphins post-game streams. I've been over there a ton doing all kinds of content, and it's been really, really fun. But the most exciting news regarding the Basement Sports Network is by the time you're watching this video, I would have just live streamed my first ever episode of my very own show over there called Witness Weekly with my boy George. As of this recording, I didn't actually do that stream yet, but I'm hoping it went very, very well and was super fun and something we can do over there for a long time. So make sure y'all subscribe to the Basement so y'all can check me out weekly over there. In addition to that, I have some very exciting news that I've yet to share with anybody yet. Your boy will be the host of the BLEAV in Miami Heat podcast over at the BLEAV Network. It is a very exciting opportunity that I'm super grateful to be a part of. The first episode of that will be dropping on Monday. You can find the BLEAV in Miami Heat podcast on any platform in which you can listen to podcasts. And also, the video of those podcasts will be uploaded to this very channel, so you'll be able to see them over here as well. And of course, as the Heat season is about to begin, I will still be over on the Heat vs. the World podcast, doing great things over there with streams and the pods. Shout out my boy Joel Jacob and the great crew that we have over there. But I love this channel, man. I'll still find time to upload as often as I can over here, whether it's one of my creative projects or another Meet the Heat Fan Friday, Wednesdays with Will. Shout out to my boy. So I'll be over everywhere. Just know if you don't see me here, I'm somewhere else. The link for all that stuff will be in the description. This video is way too long, man, so I gotta get out of here. So leave a like if you enjoy. Don't leave a like if you didn't. I don't really care because you may never see me again here or there or somewhere, but who knows? You'll see me somewhere. Y'all find out next video or not. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Look, pull up in your city tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.